The book presentation of collection of poems by well-known Jewish poetess Rachel Bluwstein, translated into Azerbaijani, was held at Azerbaijan's National Art Museum. Rachel's poems, which are very popular all over the world, are now available in Azerbaijani as well.
I cannot offer you my land in praise heroic deeds. One tree I planted on the way which to the Jordan leads. One narrow path to my feet yields, which runs across the fields. This is an excerpt from one of Rachel Bluwstein's famous poem, To My Land. Now it will be possible to enjoy her poems in Azerbaijani as well. At the initiative of the Israeli Embassy in Azerbaijan, 25 of her poems have been translated into Azerbaijani and published as a book. The book contains poems translated into Azerbaijani as well as their original Hebrew version. The Azerbaijani translation of Rachel's poems was made by Azerbaijani poet and translator Vagif Rasuloglu. Representatives of the Israeli embassy and other embassies, as well as members of the Jewish community in Baku, took part in the presentation.
For us, we often look into different ways where we can share our culture in Azerbaijan and have the people know more about Israel and its culture. And we think that really a very profound way to do so is by poetry, since poetry really gives the essence of a nation.
According to her, during the translation process, since there are not many people fluent enough to translate from Hebrew into Azerbaijani, a bridging language, Russian, was used. When you come to translate, it is something that is very tricky because you need to take into consideration not only word for word, but also the collective memory or the different associations that a certain word comes, and to make sure it doesn't get lost, said the deputy of the ambassador.
You know, we look at different pillars in our relationship, and we think that the cultural pillar is something that's very significant, because once you know about a different nation, about the culture, about the hopes and dreams of another nation, then you really get to know it personally. It's not a business-oriented, it's not political and high level. It's on the most basic and most fundamental ties between the countries.
Head of the community of Azerbaijan's mountain Jews, Melik Yevdayev, emphasized that over the past 25 years since Azerbaijan restored its independence, the relations between Azerbaijan and the State of Israel were outstanding both politically and economically. During the event, several poems by Rachel Bluwstein were read in Hebrew and Azerbaijani. The songs composed from her several poems were performed by young Azerbaijani singers Yekaterina Isayeva and Rafiga Guluzadeh. Rena Gaeva, Zaur Dadashov, ASTV.